Hello and welcome, Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in for our pre-match build-up show. And before you say yes, the game is potentially going to be getting cancelled, but as we'll start off the video, if it does go ahead, if it gets cancelled, but if it gets rescheduled, just rewatch this video and we'll be discussing both Liverpool and Everton really. But I'm joined today by Connor from the Cop Council. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. Yeah, we'll just be discussing Arsenal, their players, if the game does go ahead, what team, your team selection for the game. If you're a gunner, let us know your thoughts on your potential, how you foresee this cup competition. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? A lot of other various opinions you've got on the competition and both teams as well. But to get to John's comments anyway. Hey guys, hope you're all well. Same to you, John. Thank you for tuning in. Can't see it going ahead, lads. No, that's more or less what we'll be discussing tonight, Dave. Just not too much on it, but it'll be denied, I reckon. I've got a feeling that will be the case for from Manila anyway. So many Arsenal fans are complaining. How can we play if our players have COVID? Yeah, well, me and Connor and you can discuss in the comment section below tonight. Really, can't they? But we'll just quickly start with this BBC news article. Obviously, Liverpool request Carabao Cup match with Arsenal is postponed because of obviously the risk of the COVID cases. In reflection, goes on to this in this article. Liverpool have made a formal request for this postponement of Thursday's Cup game semi-final at Arsenal because of an increase in COVID-19 cases at the club. The Reds cancelled their first team training today. I think that was a 4 p.m. Connor was
4
it
p.m.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously we've had, and obviously the players that have been previously tested negative in recent weeks. Obviously, the gaffer has been out due to obviously COVID, especially against the Chelsea game. Pep Linders did have to step in, and obviously with in relation to the Afcon players as well, we are very heavily depleted. And obviously, if you're an Arsenal fan, Connor, you will possibly be wanting the game to go ahead because you'll have a better chance of beating this Liverpool side. What do you think on that, mate?
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. And by the looks of things, it looks to be the goalkeeper department that's been heavily hit by this. It looks to be that pretty much, John Attenberg, it looks like Jack Robinson, it looks like Ali Kelleher, and yeah, the Naby Keita one is coming, Chris, don't worry with that. But no, it looks to be that, every single goalkeeper Liverpool has COVID, if you believe the reports. I've seen a couple of Arsenal fans going, well, Liverpool shouldn't, get their way out of this because, the first team isn't available. That what people don't remember is the fact that the Kirby facility now has everyone in it. It's not just the first team, it's the under 23s, it's the under 18s as well. We don't know how many of them have tested positive. We don't know how many of them have been around people that has tested positive neither. So it's such a difficult situation to be around, of course. And look, you've had teams like, I think, what was it, Newcastle, was it, or another team going, oh, we've got one or two COVID cases, but because we've got the injuries, we'll add it up to it. I don't know if it was specifically Newcastle.
Yeah, it's all protocols, and you're absolutely
Yeah,
spot on there. We're just fans, and most importantly, the fans that are going to obviously the Emirates. Most importantly, there'll be a lot of Arsenal fans travelling, and most importantly, our set of amazing Reds going away all the way to London, and the club have obviously done it about 2 days prior to the game, which is the correct thing. If they deny it, then obviously the plans can get rescheduled. Not ideal because a lot of people do book time off work to go down and watch the game, but that's the current climate in which we do find ourselves in.
It's exactly that, mate. It's like you look at Premier League games. Remember that story that we were looking on Twitter, that those Americans that come over to I think watch Spurs and Burnley away, and they were Spurs fans, and they found out an hour before kickoff that it was taken off. Like, imagine traveling all that way just to know that a game has been cancelled and that. And I'm glad that it is done days in advance, not the day of.
Yeah, it's obviously people were on Liverpool Football Club thought about the fans most importantly, and that helps obviously with the fan representation of obviously within the Liverpool hierarchy now, thankfully. Oi, Tom, how you doing, matey? Thank you for tuning in. Still think it will go ahead. John's thinking it might go ahead. I think, yeah. How many players are out with, do we know, lads? The rumour is, Scotty, was it 14, Con?
16, I think.
Is it
16,
14,
I think
16,
it is now.
Yeah. Not an official on that, so don't take that by any, but...
Take it with a huge pinch of salt.
Yeah, especially off Twitter anyway, so...
Yeah.
We'll find out in a couple of hours, so hopefully it's not a lot of them affected, but you never know, as Connor said, and you already, the facilities, like any business, if you're working in a close environment, I know football you do play outside, but obviously the facilities, especially the way it spreads anyway, not just COVID, but quite a lot of viruses anyway. Just ride this out about 3 weeks, get the boys back from AFCON. Bob's your uncle, Bish Bash Bosh, no Fred. I think he's in charge of Liverpool at the minute. I think we've seen certain clubs do that north, haven't we? Obviously, the Leicester lads, as Connor mentioned before. But obviously, so as long as all our lads are looking after each other. And if it does get cancelled, it's a 3-0 win to obviously Arsenal, then sound. We'll have to do another Anfield comeback, won't we? With all our lads back fully fit. How you doing, Gary? Thank you for tuning in. Evening, Jack. More fixture pile up. Yeah, I think Klopp will be absolutely pulling his hair out. I'm pretty sure Pep won't because he got none, but a lot of the managers will be very frustrated in reality. But as I said, the current climate, which we currently do find ourselves in, we have in the last couple of years anyway. Sky will want the game on, so that will go ahead for me. Yeah, obviously the power within football now is dictated heavily by, as we all know, by UEFA, FIFA, and the FA, and the big organisations, and most importantly Sky and BT and the big companies anyway. So they pay the wages for the majority of our players anyway. So you can understand why. Evening, Connor. How can we play without a keeper? I think we'll have to get Doug, or I was going to say put me in goal.
James Milner.
Doug, yeah, James Milner, man of the Milner of all trades. But yeah, I tell you, what was it? Remember Jose Enrique when we played Newcastle Reds? When we had to lot, was it new? Did we play Newcastle at Anfield?
Yeah, I think it was away, wasn't it? And Pepe Reina got red carded.
Oh, was it Arsenal? It might have been Arsenal. Was it actually against Arsenal?
No, I think it was Newcastle away.
Oh, is it Newcastle? Chat, Connor's probably right, but I've got something in my head that it's an Arsenal or something anyway. But yeah, you never know. Jimmy have to go in, won't he, Con?
Yeah.
How you doing, Helen? Hope you're having a good chat as well. Lads, it's just going to point something out. Look at what Leeds done to us, injuries and COVID, and was off anyway. Yeah, it's interesting anyway. But if the game does go ahead, we'll quickly dive over to the Arsenal team, Connor. They have got a lot of typical Arsenal historically have always got a lot of great youngsters throughout their squad. But most importantly, this season, Con, I think Mikel Arteta will be looking to the FA Cup. Most importantly, obviously they've won that in recent times. But this competition, if they are to progress through to the final, does this have more significance for Arsenal than it does to Liverpool?
I'd probably say yes in some sense. I know that you look at Arteta, he came in, they won the FA Cup, and even at the start of this season, you looked at it and you went, Arsenal, what was it? They conceded 9 goals in the first 3 games of the season, without scoring any. And to be fair to Mikel Arteta, he's completely changed it for Arsenal. Arsenal now being considered top 4 and probably favourites for top 4 alongside Spurs, I would say. And to be fair, he's done a very, very good job. Of course, Smith Rowe's done fantastic this year. You already had Bukayo Saka. I think he's done well with the centre-back pairings. I think when we played them, that was an area when we looked at and went, we can get at them. I still think Arsenal's problem, though, is scoring goals. I think defensively they've worked tremendously well to get better. I just think going forward they don't have anyone that's terrifying. Like Aubameyang,
he was good like a couple of years ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, like when he last won the Golden Boot alongside Mo and Sadio. And apart from that, he hasn't done anything. Lacazette, he wants to go and so forth. And it's that, you keep looking on, these rumors and you go, oh, they're going after Alexander Isaac and, so many different people. That's
Vlahovic as well. I think he was linked on it today.
Yeah, and they need someone like that. But at this present moment in time, they look vulnerable up front. I remember watching with you the Newcastle game, and Newcastle could have won that. I think it was one of Eddie Howe's first games. And yeah, for me, I think, they don't frighten me, Arsenal, going forward. It is just if they can get that odd goal and then just defend for their lives, that is what they'll hope for if the game does go ahead. Yeah. But then the real question is for Liverpool is, who will start? Because we don't know the names, do we? Who's going to be missing?
Yeah, it is. And I know a lot of Arsenal fans, as we said at the top of the show, were going, oh, they done it against Aston Villa a couple of seasons ago. But it's completely different circumstances entirely because we wanted to win a competition in which we haven't won, was it, Con? And we wanted to make our stamp the Club World Cup anyway. It was a massive trophy, prize money, and obviously exposure for when you're playing in that competition to especially a TV audience from around the globe. All eyes, obviously, I think all of us probably English fans of football probably had our, not Liverpool fans, but blinkers on. They're going, oh, you want to play your national one? But in terms of a FSG point of view and a Liverpool Football Club, in terms of branding, from a global perspective, you want to be getting more eyes on Liverpool and more fans to support the Mighty Reds. So, yeah, it's obviously we're not in that competition this season, sadly. Wish we were. Obviously, we was on the Champions League last year. But it's integral that we do progress in this tournament. But situations that have arose in the last couple of hours, and especially in the last hour, and it's spot on there, Con, as obviously this is the team that did beat Sunderland. I watched a couple of minutes of it and then switched off after they banged in a load of goals. I was like, it's not this. But obviously, that was the thing that they played the day before we played Leicester. So, as Connor's already alluded to, they got a lot of great talented players. Nicolas Pepe finding his level against Sunderland. I think if Sunderland want to buy him, they can, because I think that's the standard and level in which not a £70 million player, is he? But Nketiah, be interesting to see where he does progress in terms of this season, whether he does. I think he's got entering the last couple of months on his deal at Arsenal, so it'll be intriguing to see where he does progress his career. Cedric Ben White holding, and I think it was one of the lads in the comment section below did indicate, it was Thriller from Manila in relation to that. Yeah, Gabriel will be suspended. Oh, where's that gone? Gabriel will be suspended if the game goes ahead due to the red card versus City. So cheers for that, mate. It'll be a massive miss, as we've already alluded to. But, Connor, if this game does hypothetically go ahead, what are you? I haven't spoke to you off camera, but do you want to win this competition deep down? I think we spoke about it last week, haven't we? But just your general consensus and thoughts on obviously on the game, and Reds, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you want this game to go ahead?
Of course, I want to win this. I think every single Liverpool fan, it's a trophy at the end of the day. When we lose, it's like, it's the Mickey Mouse Cup. We can call it that again. But look, it's a trophy at the end of the day. And we're all asking for Liverpool to win trophies. The fact that realistically Liverpool have got to the semi-finals without playing, the first team, like the proper first team, which I think shows good credit. What you want to say something? I already know you want to say something.
Yeah, no, it was Jurgen Klopp. I could just imagine. I think we all could. After that game, he's like, oh, come on. I tried my best. It's like when we beat Everton in the FA Cup, when we played our kids against them. I think Klopp deep down will publicly come out in a press and go, damn it.
It's like when we played Arsenal 2 seasons ago. And we drew the game 5-5. and won on
he just come
penalties.
on and just tortured them, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just like
Him and
just all of a sudden everyone showed up again, and it's like wow. It's like last year we played Arsenal last year and lost on pens and you could just go. Klopp was like, right, show I'm disappointed, but secretly like get in like. But
damn it.
but it is that. It is the fact that I think Liverpool fans, of course, we want to win. And that, of course, we'd like to. We've already spoken about the Premier League and the Champions League. Of course, the Champions League, the main one, cup that you want to win. But if we can win, a cheeky little Carabao Cup and something else, it would be nice. But look, it's and to be fair, we haven't really mentioned this, but I'm actually quite shocked that a lot of Arsenal fans are angry at Liverpool. Asking for the game to be postponed.
Oh, that's not easy. That's not a hard thing to rattle the Arsenal fans, mate.
No, it's like I've seen it, and it's like people have literally gone like, "Oh, they should play the under, what do you want? The under sixes to come on and just like,
We're still better than mate. What is it, Milowski, our Polish lad up front? He'd be the most senior player, and we'll batter them with our under 10s. Yeah. And what is it? That video with Michael Owen years ago when he was like absolutely banging goals past like a 15-year-old goalkeeper, and he's like proper celebrating in front of his face. That was peak Michael Owen when he was a youngster. Absolute twat.
Pure old Michael Owen.
If you haven't seen the video of chat, just go and check it out.
Please go and check it out because it is. It's one of those ones. If you was the goalkeeper, you'd follow him and deck him. Like I think pretty much 99% of the majority of people would.
I think the goalkeeper was like 15. He was still bigger than Michael Owen.
Yeah, literally.
But
it's that though, mate, isn't it? Like we're talking about Arsenal. Our cup run now might be impacted because what are we on? We're currently on Tuesday, and we're talking about this. You look at it and you go, the Arsenal game, the Shrewsbury game on Sunday will most likely be called off due to it as well. And then, of course, then next week again, then because if this group has tested positive. What about everyone else?
Even Chelsea. There was a couple of players that played against Chelsea.
Well, the interesting thing was that the training session was cancelled today, but the actual facility, the Kirby facility, was still open, and people could go here, there, and everywhere. Now, of course, will that get shut down tomorrow or not? That's a whole other question. But it just surprised me, to be fair. Why Arsenal fans got really, really angry. Liverpool are just going to play their best team. It's like, have you not watched the Carabao Cup in Liverpool? We're trying to leave. We're not trying to win.
We'll be at Wembley going, shit. Oh, we ended up here. Jaeger and Pep's going, sorry, mate. Yeah, I just wanted to win again. That wasn't the agenda. But yeah, spot on there, lads. Got to all your comments. Really appreciate it. And if you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Obviously, this video is going to be on the channel, so if the game does get rescheduled, just rewatch this video and absolute legends. I know you all will. And if you go, why haven't you done a pre-match build-up show? I'll be like, it was about 2 weeks ago we've done it. But yeah, obviously got to Philip and Vanilla. We go into transfer. Yeah, Helen, we'll have a lot of transfer videos. I think everyone loves a good old transfer video, don't they? That we can all get off our chest and talk about who we want. I could see us bringing in, we spoke about that last night, didn't we, John? Sure, you have to in dire need right now. We are, Who else is out? Sir Klopp, not at the minute, mate. There's no official names. Obviously, if you do look on Twitter, it'd be people just putting names. But obviously, just look to the very much established journalists like Melissa Veddy, James Pearce, obviously. Who the main fella, Connor, is Paul Joyce, is it? Yeah, Paul Joyce, the big boss of them all. I love Paul Joyce. Information that comes out from him, he just tweets it on Twitter, and it's official. So keep an eye on social media. Especially next hour, it could have changed. We could be live, and obviously, if a journalist has tweeted Reds, let us know in the comments, and I'll try and pull it up. Because obviously, situations like this do tend to move quite quick in terms of news stories. But it will have to help with the winter game. Yeah, we're never going to get it. It's the English mentality. We play our games if it's absolutely leveling it down with snow.
It's traditional football, if you listen to some people.
Yeah, Liverpool should try the Champions League. I think one of the And if you try to join, not too sure if this is and from Leicester fan channel. Nothing has seen me. Nothing at the minute, mate. But it's more or less looking like possibly it will be getting cancelled, or if not, in the worst case scenario will be a 3-0 automatic win to Arsenal, which in footballing terms that has happened. Obviously not in a COVID situation, but obviously if certain teams can't fulfill the fixture, obviously the rule books does state a 3-0 win to the opposition team if a team can't field enough eligible players. But obviously the rule book might have changed over the last 2 years due to obviously COVID and the regulations. So was fun. If you know the official rules out there, let us know, chat anyway. So Klopp was being ruled out. Someone said the senior keepers are out. Yeah, we spoke about that before. Say Klopp anyway. Possibly it could be, but there's a lot of hearsay at the minute, mate. So obviously take it, as Connor said, a lot of the information on social media. As we said at the top of the show, nothing that we do speak about tonight is official concrete evidence until obviously we do see in the next couple of hours. When we wake up tomorrow, the game could be officially, or probably after we've recorded this video, it'll be, and we'll be getting everyone going. The game's been cancelled. Why we've done a pre-match build-up show, but obviously we enjoy speaking to you anyway. Yeah, but absolutely. Connor Milowski, as I said, to make his debut against Shrewsbury with the under-10s, do you reckon?
Just probably under-8s, mate.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if he does play, mate. And he obviously has been ruled out, Klopp, over, I think, the last year. He was injured. He did have quite a bad injury. There's a lot of, he is the talk of the town in the academy facilities. Obviously, we had it with Trent coming through the ranks, and obviously this lad, I've not personally seen a lot of him, but from whatever people that have said on social media and speak to you, and a lot of people that do watch quite a lot of academy football, would you be intrigued to see him play? Or Reds, let us know.
I would, to be fair. Yeah. Like looking at a couple of academy videos of him and that, he looks, the next big thing. The one player as well I would like to see is Leighton Clarkson as well. He's come back from Blackburn, I believe, after them not using him whatsoever. So, and he played, I think, 3 Champions League games for us last season. And he looked decent.
That's quite disappointing, isn't it, Con? And chat, obviously, Blackburn are absolutely flying. You haven't seen in Championship. That Chile fella, international. Yeah. I think someone put a bet of like $1,000 on him to get was it 20 plus goals by the end of the season, and his bet's come in. It was like he won like 20 odd grand or something stupid, which is mad. Fair play, because obviously that fella must be a scout or someone he knows someone. He's like, this fella criminal, but obviously he's took the bookies to the cleaners, so he's right there. With Carabao Cup and FA Cup coming this week, hell yeah, it's the reschedule and headache that not just Liverpool but a lot of teams will be facing. But it'd be interesting. For the Pepe, Aubameyang, El Neni party off to the AFCON. Callum Chambers, Pablo Mari, and Lokonga all tested positive as well. Oh, have you, mate? Oh, so hopefully everyone is safe anyway and looks after it, because it's difficult, especially when you have to look at Joshua Kimmich. I know he didn't have his vaccines, but it affects everyone differently, and especially when you do play for a team like Bayern Munich, or even if you're a professional footballer, it is very much heavily reliant on your fitness as a player, and so different players will react differently. But yeah, as long as Arsenal and obviously all the players are safe in the Premier League, because what we want is a fully competitive squad for every team, because it just makes the game that you're going to be watching that much better. Especially as much as we were disappointed with the Chelsea game, we did draw the game, but it was if you were a neutral, sadly we didn't get all 3 points, but as a neutral watching that, an excellent advertisement for the Premier League. You'll be very hard pressed to look around the whole of Europe to see such a high level intensity of game and the quality of football that was on offer. No one within Europe, unless I'd say Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, but it's apart from those two in the league, it's very hard pressed to see a team winning the Bundesliga. Obviously, Bayern have won the last 8 or 10 con. That's something crazy.
Yeah,
something stupid.
It's mad as well that Liverpool. No, I'm just going to say that Liverpool. If you just listen to people, Liverpool's name has been constantly in the most entertaining games of the season, which for us,
it's unlucky for us.
Yeah, it's unlucky for us. It's frustrating for us. But you look at it at a marketing standpoint for Premier League, they go, this is what the Premier League is all about. Like Aston City, that game was the most competitive game I think I've ever seen a Jurgen Klopp side go through. And we should have won the game, but it was frustratingly because we didn't get the win. And for neutrals, it's like when City and Chelsea played each other. It wasn't exciting. It was boring. And it's always like that, and it's sad because I just want to be that boring team that just wins all the time. But it's like Jurgen says, heavy metal football. That's how it is. Oh, you've muted yourself. Chat, he's muted himself again. Ken, no, you're on mute.
Oh, come on, Connor. Come on, chat.
I've said chat. Hang on a minute, chat.
Connor's gone to hide away, and I'm apologies, everyone. So what? It's all right. You didn't miss much. Me just talking absolute nonsense. What was reading the comments?
Chat, you can go back. Please don't click that. Yeah. I said.
Yeah, in a bit, Connor, lads. Right, well.
Chat, you can click that. I said he was muted, and he didn't unmute.
You know I'm deaf, lads. I can't hear none. But yeah.
Fucking mute.
Yeah, so Klopp, when we will know the latest, as we said before, matey, we probably have heard something now. So if anyone wants to pull up a tweet or reference it, drop it in the chat anyway. It could change within the next couple of minutes or next couple of hours. But I think official confirmation, I think the Liverpool lads, and obviously if there is a couple of Arsenal players that have got obviously waiting on negative or positive test of COVID anyway, I think we'll find out from both camps in next morning. Obviously when we wake up tomorrow, we'll have a big announcement from obviously the EFL from the Carabao Cup. Hopefully it's a 1 hour before kickoff, Scotty. Hopefully it's not a 1 hour. Yeah, no, it won't be, Helen. I think we'll get official confirmation either tonight, late tonight. Obviously the journalists do like to publish when they go to the printing offices anyway, when they get posted out in the morning. So most of the articles are already done around about this time. So just getting them through to the printed press anyway. The season is falling apart. FSG, yeah, spend some money, FSG. I think there's always going to be a spend some money, FSG. Cheers for your comment, Gary. I think me and Connor, we watched a couple of our videos on a lot of sections of the fan base. But we need to spend loads of money. No worries, Ant. You're welcome to jump on, mate. But no worries at all. Appreciate you tuning in, every single one of you. Spurs got kicked out of the Conference Leagues for not fielding enough players. But yeah, that's Spurs, mate, isn't it? They would have lost anyway. So, and I don't think the competition wanted Spurs in competition anyway, because it's Spurs.
But to be fair, they lost twice to a Farmers team. Like,
oh yeah, was it Mora? No, not Lucas like Mora. But there was another team within their division anyway. Well, their league table in the Conference League. But yeah, evening all and a happy new year, Tom. Same to you, mate, and same to everyone in chat, and same to you, Connor. We'd appreciate you dropping in, obviously. Burton Diaz from Northampton. Yeah, I think he's from Stoke, isn't he, Ant? Obviously, we were just speaking about the lad that's got for Blackburn, playing absolutely flying. We're saying that Mitrovic is absolutely flying in Championship, and then he comes into Prem, Dunicon, and he does nothing at all. Man looks like his Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the Championship. Same with Dwight Gale as well.
I swear he had like 30 goal involvements in like 16 games, and the last like 6 games he's done nothing. Because that's all you see is just like Fulham have literally drawn and lost. They won 1 in 6, I don't think.
Yeah. So I wasn't that. Breton played last season as midfielder, but when they sold Armstrong, all Rovers fans knew was going to be playing up front, so they all stuck money on him. That's easy money, isn't it, Mitchell? Oh yeah.
There we go.
Everyone laughing at me. I'm blaming Connor, boys and ladies as well.
Chat. Say, people in chat, please say that I said he was on mute, right? I did say it.
Oh yeah. Sorry, everyone. I've just seen your comments. This is why I just want to read every single one of your comments. I do. Obviously, thank you to every single one of you. Mitchell's gone very violently. He's like, mute.
I turned my camera off, took out my earphones, and plugged them back, and I was like, "It's not me, right?"
Yeah. No. After Jack. I'm pretty sure that's what my mum was shouting downstairs. Absolute legends. Jack. What's all this about postponement? Very dodgy. You're very welcome to jump on, mate. The link is on my latest tweet. It is rumoured that Liverpool have got quite a lot of positive or false positives, but we're yet to find out who it is, who is involved. It could be quite a lot of the youngsters. Obviously, the facility in which Liverpool do use this season, we all have congregated and got everyone together now, obviously from all age brackets. It used to be a case of obviously Liverpool trained at Melwood, but obviously we have transitioned over to Kirby. So our 4 p.m. game training session for tonight did get cancelled. There's no official confirmation as of why or how many players or what. There is articles which I'll just quickly pull up that one, mate. Obviously it's from the BBC, but it might have changed over the last couple of seconds. But yeah, as you can see there, mate. So fingers crossed it will get. Will you ever do a personal stream, Jack, Q&A type thing? Oh, most definitely, Mitchell. I'm not that interested, mate. I'm just, Connor's much more of a better personality. What would you ask, Mitchell? I was going to say, you don't want to spoil your Q&A questions, but yeah, I'll leave that up to the megastars of the YouTube world anyway. I'm just me, just love chilling to you, speaking to every single one of you, supporting their heads, win, lose or draw, win, lose. Yeah. For some reason, I had me as I said, draw, and it's gone. Yeah, it was only been on. It's this new light that I've got. I could do with a good pair of shades.
Mate, you need one of those like John Lennon type glasses.
Oh yeah, no, I need like a little bit of a it was a cat wig or something, like typical Scally now. And wear that. But yeah, hello, how you doing? Oh yeah, he called you all sorts while you was gone, Jack. Couldn't have had it. Did you come? Yeah, where is he, lad? In a bit. Ta-da. It's all right, that. Nah, Connor's a good lad anyway.
Don't worry, you don't want to know where I call him off camera, guys.
Oh, it's all right. Especially when I do beat him a FIFA, Mitchell, and chat as well.
He's never done that. Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, swiftly moving on. And I don't know how true it is. Apparently, you picked up a few cases from the Leicester game. Yeah, it's the current climate which we do find ourselves in, and anyway. But score prediction, Con, for possibly 2 weeks' time. But how do you envision the game going? Would it be positive? Depending on the team selection, innit?
Yeah, it massively is. For me, I said I wasn't scared of Arsenal's attack. I think they will score because Liverpool conceding goals. It's a common thing. So I go 3-1 Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
It's plus 2 goal, scoreline anyway for Liverpool, because we always do, don't we? But yeah, 3-1 for me.
Yeah, chat, let us know your score predictions. Obviously, if the game does get cancelled, but in the future, score prediction.
Can't wait for the 6-0.
10-0. Wait, what? Eddie Nketiah 10 on goals. Especially if you play that, what is it? The fellow that plays left back, not Tierney, but the other lad that loves a little cheeky through ball to our attackers.
The one that assisted.
Travaris, is it Travaris? Yeah. Couple of lovely assists, couple of back passes from him. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. But I think as long as we can keep it with a quite not marginal loss, I think going to Anfield second leg will be very important, as we all know. But I think Arsenal, these players will be playing like it's the Champions League for Arsenal. So this will be the biggest game of their lives. Because obviously we've won it 8 times. So yeah, we're just used to winning this competition. How did Jack get so chill? Oh, try my best, mate. Try my best, Gary. Thank you very much. Why does Connor's hat look like? I tell you what, I've told him he needs better branding for his channel.
Right.
But yeah,
I'm not having this right now.
Yeah, it's all right. Message him in DMs and have a word. But yeah, John's gone with a 4-0 to the Reds. Very positive there, mate. Tom's gone with a 2-1 to Arsenal. I did go 2-1. North London derby is much more important, Jack, for us. Obviously, yeah, it's yous have got Tottenham coming up, haven't you?
It's top 4 race, isn't it, really, for them?
So do you reckon, Naviod Circle, do you reckon you'll be playing quite a lot of your first teamers, or do you think it will be kids against kids in reality? Let us know, matey. Obviously, Avi's gone with 3-2 to Liverpool. Very positive in the first leg. 3-0 to Arsenal if the game goes ahead with a depleted Liverpool squad from Manila. Absolute legend, mate. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gary. Are you still celebrating New Year? Come on, mate. Come on. I think I love Gary. He's been one of my old time longest subscribers. Every single one. He's love his all. But yeah, I think I'm rubbing off on Gary in terms of my score predictions. I mean, he's channeling his inner Jack and Jack Mac LFC. But yeah, I love it, Gary. Is that 70-0 or 7-0? Yeah, I think it's 7-0.
It's not 70-0, is it? Jesus Christ, is that rugby?
Yeah. NLD Cup. Oh, yeah. I still hate Spurs. You like us? Yeah. Depends on our schedule, Jack. Oh, yeah. Definitely, mate. Well, I'll definitely get you on the channel, mate. I don't know if did I drop you the link? I know it was quite late in the day, but I'll definitely try and get you on, mate, through the week if the game does get postponed. But obviously, if it does go ahead, I'll definitely get you on my post-match show as well. Anne's gone with I'm so bored without football. We are going to go 2 weeks without games because of COVID. Everyone is cancelling. Yeah, it's mad, mate, isn't it? As long as all the players are safe, we want the best spectacle in every competition that we do watch. And obviously, most importantly, we do want the fans to be in the stadiums. But that's if it is safe and proper to do so. But Connor, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Just plug your channel and what shows you've got coming up this week or possible month as well.
Well, yeah, thank you for having me on. And yeah, I did one earlier on speaking about this exact thing. Of course, it was more news about it than what it was, but I thought I'd make a little video. Of course, transfers, some mentioned earlier, we will be speaking about transfers on my channel, Jack's channel, everyone's channel in the next couple of weeks as well. So yeah, of course, match previews as well, and post-match shows as well, if it does go ahead, of course. But of course, with things looking very unlikely at the minute, it's going to be very, very, no games to talk about, sadly. But yeah, guys, please come over and check us out. But yeah, thanks for having us on, mate.
Absolute legend, man. Thank you very much for coming on. And he does look after me in the streams. Yeah,
Even when I'm shouting mute.
Obvious, I love you all. Thank you very much for being here. If you're watching the video live or after, absolute legends. Hopefully you're looking after yourselves, your family safe and well. I will be on with Hussam on his channel tonight at 10 p.m. So keep an eye out on that. I'll drop the link on Twitter. Good lad as well. I really do appreciate him asking me to come on. So excellent viewing as always. And me and him, and as most Reds do, we love to wind up the rival fans, but all good banter and that anyway. But Tom has gone with, on his final score prediction, he's gone with a 3-2 to the Redmen. Absolutely love it, mate. Cheers, Jack and Connor, all you legends on here tonight. And Helen is gone with a 2-1 to Liverpool. Or is that Arsenal, Helen? But I think that looks like it's 2-1 to Liverpool. But yeah, most importantly, every single one is look after yourselves. You'll never walk alone, and really do appreciate it. Thank you for Connor. Thank you to every single one. There's been so many people in tonight's comment section below, but if you've commented or if you're commenting after the video as well, use make the shows, and hopefully we do have the game. Hopefully does go ahead, regardless if there is some players out injured or obviously due to COVID. We just want a good spectacle of football, and regardless of what happens, hopefully Arsenal and Liverpool players look after themselves, and all the coaching staff look after each other as well. But Reds, if this game does get cancelled, obviously you can rewatch this video in about whenever it does get scheduled. So if you're watching this literally just now and you're like, the game's been cancelled, we know. But obviously there will be some people that just comment, the game's been cancelled, why have we done a pre-match? But I know you won't, obviously. But thank you very much. You'll never give up ever. Absolutely spot on there, Helen. But Reds, Connor, I'll let you go. Really appreciate you coming on. Every single one of you. Have a lovely rest of your night. And we'll be back tomorrow for another episode as well. And we'll probably talk about a bit about transfers, or if you've got any talking points that we could discuss, you set the agendas and we'll discuss it as one big family anyway. But Reds, have a good night. Connor, have a good night. Everyone, look after one another, and you'll never walk alone. Cheers.